Well, welcome everybody and happy Earth Day to you. I wish the earth were a little bit warmer here in Westerly, Rhode Island, but that's okay. We are live streaming directly from Grove Avenue in downtown Westerly, Rhode Island. We are a product of 321 Media, and we are sponsored by our friends at Valenti Subaru at Dunn's Corners. Bruce Morrow and his staff, ready to sell you anything. They still have cars from 2025, and those deals are incredible. They have Foresters, Ascents, Outbacks, Imprezas, Legacies. They've got hybrids. They've got everything you can think of. They got really good deals. I know I mentioned last week, I looked on their website, and I won't tell you which cars, it's not all of them, but they actually have automobiles they can sell for as low as 1.9% financing for 36 months. Where are you going to find that right now? Where? Valenti Subaru. So go over there. You will not be pressured. They don't have to pressure you. They've got great cars. When Bruce tells you you can keep a car 200,000 miles and up, he means it. And he's got plenty of customers who will tell you the same. And I'm lucky because I have Jessica with me. And I completely just forgot your last name.
Mowry.
Thank you. Jessica Mowry. All I could think of was Jessica Darrow,
Oh.
who was lived on my floor freshman year in college. Anyway, Jessica is the executive director of the Warm Center.
Yes.
And that's really important because a lot of people around here still call it the Warm Shelter. And that name was changed before you came.
Yes.
And I think it was changed for good reason, because warm isn't just shelter. It's food, it's clothing, it's help finding a job, it's help going to an interview and getting out of your car so you don't have to live in your car, help with your kids. Mm-hmm. And I just did your interview so you can leave.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Valentia and buy a new Subaru now.
Yeah, for 1.9. Why not? You're only here a little over a year.
Yeah.
And you've done a lot. You've kicked a lot of butt over there.
Well, thank you.
You got a good team.
I also don't want to act like I hit a home run when I arrived on third base there. So
third base is pretty good.
Russ left a treasure that was ready to go when I arrived. So
but you still have to know what you're doing and know how to maintain it.
It's true.
And this has not been an easy year because with government cuts and everything, I'm sure you weren't getting the money handed to you that you always had. And I don't know if donations were down, or you tell us how you've hit the home run or gotten from third base.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. We've been really lucky so far. A lot of the federal funding cuts that have been initiated have been stalled through litigation at the federal level. And so we've been really lucky. And you know just as well as I do how generous the community in Westerly is.
This is a great community.
It's really remarkable. And I say all the time that I could not do this work anywhere else. I think the community here is really special. The team at the Warm Center is a group of people unlike any I've ever worked with. And I'm not as young as I am told I look. So it's just a really special place. And we've done a lot.
They've come from Oregon. You told me that.
Yep.
Well, the people up there call it Oregon, right?
Oregon. Yeah.
Oregon.
I can't even say it right anymore.
I know. Yeah, around here they would say Oregon. You come from Oregon. That's what they would say in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Were you in this field of work there?
I was, yeah. I had just finished college when I left. So I have a...
What do you major in to be able to do the kind of work you do?
That's a good question. And
I mean, there's no such thing as majoring in homelessness, food insecurity, or what?
Or nonprofit management, right? I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, which I don't necessarily recommend anyone getting.
But I'll bet you use it more than you think.
I do, but I think what was actually more helpful, if you do pursue that for an undergraduate degree, you should consider being prepared to continue your education, because I really was able to open doors for myself and to expand my area of practice when I went to graduate school. And so I went to BU.
So you don't recommend psychology. So what did you?
Super interesting, but it is really hard to find a job.
What did you take at BU?
I have a master's degree in social work. So
okay.
When I started working with people who were experiencing homelessness, I thought they needed some therapy, which is not untrue. We all need some therapy. It could be useful.
Not Ben. Ben doesn't need any.
He's perfect.
I'm in therapy right now.
Right this minute?
You were born in therapy.
Just texting my therapist on BetterHelp.
That's so great.
That's not true, but I did once do that.
But I finally, actually, it didn't take very long to realize that there isn't a clinical intervention that's going to help anyone feel better if they don't have a place to live. And so,
oh gosh, no.
I became really impatient with our system and realized that maybe I could have more impact and be more helpful if I worked on a systems level to align programs and policies to help people access housing. So I spent, here I worked 10 years at the Mental Health Association, and then I spent a year in our Medicaid program, and then I landed at Rhode Island Housing for
Now, when
7
you
years.
say I spent a year in our Medicaid program, in Washington? Or?
No, in Rhode Island
Okay.
Medicaid program, yeah. Which was really helpful because I learned how that works and how I can use that.
Well, that's a piece of what you do now, correct?
Yeah. We,
because a lot of people, they don't understand Medicare and Medicaid. They confuse the two.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And within both of those programs, they're very confusing. So,
yeah, I imagine. Well, you can have both, can't you? Be on Medicare and Medicaid?
Yes.
Is there an age requirement to that?
Medicare, there is.
There is, except for certain disabilities.
Right.
I have a very specific question and issue that I'll ask offline. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right about disability, because one of my very best friends had a kidney transplant 14 years ago. And she was then put on Medicare, and that was age 51.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she has been on Medicaid. No, Medicare.
Medicare. Yeah. Most of the time, straight Medicare is just for older adults over 64, 63 and a half, I think.
Yeah, even that's changed. It's
Or
almost like
65.
Social Security, where you can elect to go. I think it's 66 now.
Is it?
I could be wrong. I don't know. We could be totally misinforming you. But so you had a good roundabout background, but it prepares you, but I'm sure it doesn't prepare you for the Warm Center.
Yeah.
I mean, you worked, I know, under Russ for a while.
A couple months, yeah.
Which was good, I'm sure, and a big help. And you've got some great people over there, too.
Yeah.
You really do.
Amazing staff. Yep, that care deeply.
Is it a different job every day? Do you find, I'm sure there are certain parts of it that are similar, but is it new day, new problems, new day, new joys, and good things and bad things that happen?
Yeah, I think, this year we've really shifted our focus to be on permanent housing. So
that's a huge focus, the whole country.
I know. The less on providing shelter and growing our shelter capacity, and more on growing permanent housing solutions for people, regardless of what that looks like, because it looks different for a lot of people, right? We have people that have just sort of fallen on hard times and need some rental assistance and some support to get back on their feet or to keep their home so they don't become homeless. And then we have people who have really advanced and severe illnesses that prevent them from living alone independently and safely, or being able to earn income to rent a market rate apartment. So there's a variety of issues.
Yeah,
and
that's where your social work background very much comes into play.
It's helpful.
Do you find that the need is greater than the spaces you have and the money you have to help? What do you do?
Always.
Somebody comes to you. I mean, you made a comment a few minutes ago that it's very hard to feel good and feel healthy if you don't have a place to live, a place to sleep.
Yeah.
And what about kids who go to school and come home and home is the back seat of a car?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that.
No, I can't either. So you have to get creative, right? We have an array of solutions. We're about to celebrate the opening of 58 Spruce Street, which is 2 3-bedroom apartments for families.
Oh, great.
So in addition to our campus on Spruce Street, we have a combination of emergency shelter and transitional housing in Peacedale. And then we have about 24 different apartments that we rent throughout the county where people have either permanent supportive housing or families. We use apartments as sort of emergency
Where does
shelter.
the money come from for rent?
Some of it comes from the Continuum of Care, which is a program that's dispersed through HUD, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, for a very specific population of people who have been homeless for a long time and have disabilities. Some of it comes from our municipalities that we work in, South Kingstown, Charlestown, Westerly, of course. We also have some very generous philanthropic partners in the Rhode Island Foundation. We partner with a wonderful organization called Strategic Help Initiative. So
what's the name of the initiative?
Strategic Help Initiatives.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, they're kind of a private
Is it that a
foundation.
statewide initiative?
Yes. Well, I think they're pretty much focused on South County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So foundations and grants. In this work, you have to diversify your funding, right?
Oh,
so
I would imagine.
we have a very talented grants administrator who spends her days writing grants and reports.
And that is a real art.
Yeah.
You can't just sit down and, open the computer and say, please send us money, we need it.
Right.
You really have to know what you're doing.
You do. And I think we know what we're doing.
Is there a limit for people when they come to you? Well, let's start with the apartment parts. You're about to open, or you have just opened the 2 on Spruce Street, and you have them in around South County, near URI and all of that. And now you have a family, or you have a single person, and you help them out and they move in. Are they told this is only good for 3 months, go find a job and make money? Are they there for a year? Are they there for 2 weeks?
It really depends on the situation. So we have programs that allow us to work with people forever. So if someone has a disability and they've been chronically homeless, we can put them in a permanent supportive housing apartment, which just means that we get a rental assistance subsidy from HUD, and we get some funding to provide them ongoing supportive services for as long as they need that.
I hate to ask this, but it's a part of life. Are you taken advantage of? Do you have people that say, hey, this is sweet, I got my place now, I don't have to get a job, or I can watch TV all day, or I mean, you have to deal with that, I would assume, because there are people, unfortunately, that will feel, I've arrived, I'm entitled.
I don't see it as much, especially in that program, because people have to have pretty severe disabilities to get into it in the first
Oh,
place.
okay.
When we work with families, we do give people typically a time limit. We say, like, we're going to work with you for 2 years to increase your income, to find an apartment that you can afford. And so that's big
So
work.
they have a counselor, someone
Mhm.
from your organization that works with them
Yeah.
and is checking on them all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And they have a plan, and the plan is driven by their goals in life. I always say, if you could imagine like your favorite life, what would it look like? And then we try to help people build that for themselves.
So you buy lottery tickets for them. I mean,
No, we
that's
do
how
not.
good I would imagine.
No, we don't condone gambling, Rona.
It's not. It's just wishing.
Yes, it is.
All you need. I remember in New York State, they used to have. I don't know. They might still do it, but in New York State, their slogan, the lottery organization, was "All you need is $1 and a dream."
Yeah.
Of course, they get more than $1 now.
Yeah.
Anyway, where's the greatest need? Is it housing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's housing. It's housing, and that people can afford. And I think it's supportive services to help meet people's needs once they're in that housing.
Even though this goes all over the world, our greatest audience sometimes is right here. So if someone is watching this, listening to us, and they say, how can I help? I don't have a lot of money, but I'd like to do something. Where's your needs?
We always need volunteers. If people want to come in and help serve meals, that's wonderful.
Now they don't cook, right? They come and they help serve, or do they
Yes.
come and cook?
Both happen. We have groups that come cook or bring meals, and then we have groups that just serve the meal that we make.
Are you looking for meals to be brought in?
Always. Yeah. Yeah.
And what do? Who would they contact, or do they just, I mean, you don't want them to just show up at 12 noon someday with 5 pieces of chicken and you've got 20 people.
Yeah.
How many are you serving typically in a day?
So at the at Warm Center in Westerly, we serve probably between 20 and 40 people a day per meal, because we do lunch and dinner 365 days a year.
So you don't do breakfast?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a wide berth, between 20 and 40. You really don't know who's coming.
No, we don't.
You don't ask for a reservation or anything like that.
Nope.
It's
We just prepare for
and open the door.
greatest number and open the door. We'll feed anyone that comes to the door.
That's quite a statement to make. So who would you reach out to then to cook those meals? Church groups, nonprofits? Could it be just a group of friends on Main Street, USA,
Yeah.
who want to bring food once a month?
It's all of those things.
And they would contact you ahead of time, correct?
Yes. Yep. And then we have a calendar each month of who's bringing what on what day.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So we can fill in the blanks.
All right.
Yeah.
And when they don't, when you don't have someone or some group coming, you prepare the food. You have someone to do that.
Yeah. Yes, we do. We have a kitchen manager, and then we have volunteers that will come in to help prepare the meal. But our kitchen manager is very talented in the kitchen. So
great.
He makes some.
All right. So now
food.
you've got upcoming on the same subject. You've got graduations, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and not everybody goes out to a restaurant and has a $75 brunch or whatever. A lot of people have parties at home, especially graduation parties.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have them at home, they'll do cookouts, and now they've got leftover food. Will you take that?
We can't. The Department of Health doesn't allow it if it's not prepared
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It
I wish we
certainly does.
could, but
Yeah. So they cannot bring food from.
from
'Cause-
a home party. Yeah.
What about? I know I've been to churches where they have leftover food, and they say we're taking it down to the warm center. That's okay because
It's
there's a kitchen that's.
it's usually catered when that happened, is my understanding, or it's prepared in a commercial kitchen according
Yes.
to certain
Yeah, like
health
Central
and safety
Baptist,
standards.
I know has a commercial kitchen. So does Christ Church, I believe, have a commercial kitchen. I'm looking at Ben because you would know probably. Although I go to
I've
their
all seen, all
Thanksgiving
known,
dinner.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, see, but the Thanksgiving dinner is usually those foods are prepared by the cooked goose. So
Well, the sides are.
The
The
sides are, not the
turkeys are
turkeys.
prepared by us,
Yeah.
and we bring them in. But I know that a lot of it they finish at the. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know they've taken food from there down to the warm center.
Yeah.
I think it is a commercial kitchen, though, if I'm not mistaken. I know Central Baptist is,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember having that
which
conversation.
means that they come. That means that somebody from the state comes and inspects a couple of times a year to make sure everything's.
Clean and following the
And the
protocols for health
temperatures,
and
right?
safety. Yeah.
You have to have it just so hot.
And you have to
or
you
so
got to be
cold.
careful of cross contamination, and there's a lot that goes into the science of food safety, as I've learned recently.
Now, you also at the Warm Center have beds, correct?
Mhm.
And how many do you have?
Well, we have an array of beds. So we have shelter beds, which are usually about 22, but
Male and female, both?
together combined.
Okay.
We don't turn anyone away in the winter time. So that number can swell depending on the weather and the temperature outside, which is the weather. So
What happens if the people swell larger than you have beds?
we have put people on cots. We have arranged for people to sleep on air mattresses and couches.
Good.
I mean, you just have to save people's life, right? That's
Well,
what
like
it's all
you
about.
said, you have to get creative.
Yeah.
So you don't turn people
No.
away. Do those beds include beds for children?
No. I feel very strongly that children who are in families that need emergency shelter should be in apartments where the
They have their
family is
privacy.
contained, they have their privacy, they are able to continue the rituals of their family, eating together. I'm not a fan of. It's necessary sometimes, so I don't want to sound too judgmental. It's just not something that we do.
I love what you just said about continuing the rituals of family. So important with kids.
Yeah.
They don't want to be looked down on. And unfortunately, kids in schools, no matter what the policy is in the school, kids still bully. Kids are kids. They bullied when I was in school. I'm sure when you and Ben were in school, that they're always going to be cruel to one another. And they find out very quickly who's living in a car or who's got a problem. So it's so important. And it's great that the schools feed the kids and give them breakfasts and lunches. I know the high school does quite a lot. Jamie Finkelstein's been here. He was here about a month ago.
So impressive.
And and they work very hard for that. They really do.
Yeah, it's commendable.
So what goodies do you have coming up? We're going to have to take a break shortly, but you always have fundraisers and stuff coming up and activities. And
I'm very excited about the ribbon cutting for 58 Spruce Street. So we'll be celebrating. The high school is actually going to partner with the Westerly Police Department. We're going to have a little celebration.
Great. They'll probably bring their food truck.
Their food truck.
And they'll have hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then
when's that going to be?
May 12th at
Yeah.
11 a.m. And I really wanted it
It's a
to
Tuesday, correct?
yes, Tuesday
Okay.
morning. I wanted it to be a community event because really that is a building that the community built. We don't have public money in there. So that was made possible through partnerships that we have
That's great.
with the people who live in Westerly, with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island, with the Champlain Foundation. So we're really looking forward to celebrating the accomplishment of the community in that project.
Well, I'm sure you've put the word out there, and we will continue to do that as well. I assume, well, maybe I shouldn't assume, but that you have contacted someone at the newspaper to do a story on it. That's great.
Yeah.
Because I love the idea that it's going to be community. Because I think sometimes people will hear Warm Center and they think, oh, it's public money, it's this, it's that. And they should see their money in action, put the community in action, because as you said at the beginning, it's a great community.
It's wonderful. It really is. And then one more thing.
Sure.
We're celebrating on May 29th, the second annual Compassion, Hope, and Dignity Award at an event with Nick Bossy and the Rathskeller at the Rathskeller in Charlestown. So that'll be a lot of fun too.
Nick Bossy is very, very good and very much in demand.
Yes, I understand.
So that's going to be, we're going to have to talk about that when we come back. We are going to take a break right now. You are watching, listening, and hopefully hanging on every word of Jessica, not Darrow, but Mowry. Wonder what happened to Jessica Darrow. This is Mad About Town. We are Mad About Town as well. We are a part of 321 Media, sponsored by Valenti Subaru, where Jessica's going to go buy a car at 4 o'clock. And we'll be back right after this.
You may not be able to tell from the outside, but cars are more complicated than ever on the inside. That's why you need to take your car to a place where the technicians really know what they're doing. Our experts have been repairing cars for almost 60 years. From simple brake jobs to complex transmissions. There's nothing the experts at AMCO haven't seen or fixed. That's why we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
Oh, let's go down to Toscano's. Men's shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's Men's Shop since 1911.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodman C Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodman C Insurance. Come put the Woodman C Insurance team to work for you.
Welcome to Dan's Place, Rhode Island's #1 stop for amazing food, drinks, and live entertainment. Dan's Place offers a fantastic selection of unique menu items, including pizzas, pasta, steaks, and seafood. Here's what our customers have to say: a masterpiece on a crust. Watch your favorite New England teams on one of Dan's 4 big screen TVs. Looking for a great place to meet? Try Dan's Place.
I'm Dan from Dan's Place, where your only regret is not coming in sooner.
Wood River Health provides medical, dental, and behavioral health care to over 10,000 people a year, even when they can't afford to pay for the care they need. The cost of providing healthcare services has increased, and the grant funding we receive doesn't fully cover the cost of patient care. We, like other community health centers across the country, count on community support to keep our doors open. With your help, we can keep serving as a safety net for your neighbors. Will you help us invest in our mission?
Since 1974, Bill's Place has been serving up great times and unforgettable food. From family celebrations to post-game meals, it's the spot Kent County calls home, right on Main Street in West Warwick. Bill's Place has been part of the community for over 50 years, and it just keeps getting better. Come see what everyone's been raving about. For takeout, call 401-828-2300 or visit us online at billsplaceri.com. Bill's Place, where tradition meets great taste.
Where in the world is Coach Bill Samajo?
She's there, she's everywhere, she's everywhere. She's a man about town and she knows what's going down.
And we are back. We've talked about everything from Medicare to Medicaid to earrings to his uncle, everything. That's why I always tell people it's sometimes a better show off the air, at the break, or whatever. But we are back with Man About Town and with Jessica Mowry. Your title is Executive Director?
It is.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because I could just keep making them up. Executive Director of the Warm Center, and we are so lucky to have the Warm Center in this town. How old is the Warm Center?
So the Warm Center will celebrate its 40th anniversary in 2027. So
Big party next year?
I think so. I think that deserves a party.
Absolutely. Well, the 29th deserves a party at the Raskeller. Great place. Great French fries.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
really?
what they're known for.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You have to make sure when you order, ask for the smallest, because there's like a baby size and there's a small, a medium, a large, an extra large. If you say small, you will get enough for 3 people.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, and yeah, that's what they are definitely known for. Anyway, now that we've given them a free spot, right, Ben? And you said Nick Boss will be their bossy. And what time is this?
So doors open at 7. I will have a coffee in the afternoon to stay awake this late. Music starts at 8, and then
you'll have a coffee in the afternoon so you can have something stronger in the evening.
I don't know. I go to bed so early. I'm going to have some coffee later, but I will. And then maybe something stronger. And I think he'll play until 10 or 11. Yeah, so it should be a really fun.
He's very, very popular. If you've never heard him, he's always at Saltwater Farm Vineyard. He's at Kingdom of the Hawk. He's at a lot of different bars and restaurants in the area, and very good.
Yeah, I think we're really lucky to have him.
Wonderful. Well, you should go. And now, do they just pay for what they order off the menu, or is there a ticket price?
Yeah, so tickets are $50. Okay. And the Raskeller will have their burger bar open during that time. Ooh. And then obviously the other bar will be available.
And you get French fries if the burger bar is open.
I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
I want to stop on my way home now for French fries.
Yeah, very, very good. Okay, so you do have a lot coming up. Now, the $50 tickets, do they buy them online? Do they buy them at the door? Do they go to Spruce Street and get them?
You can buy them online. I think those are available today. And then you can also buy them at the door that night.
Very good. And so that includes the burger bar, and then they would pay for any drinks they want.
No, the burger bar the ticket price includes the music.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right. So they pay for the burgers or whatever they want.
Yeah.
Okay. And well, hopefully you are benefiting from this.
Yeah. Okay. We hope so. Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, I want people to know that when they have a friend or when they themselves are in a housing crisis, I want folks to know where to go. So part of this event is educating people and sharing our mission and making the information available on how we can avoid homelessness in the first place.
If someone has to come for a few days or a week or whatever, as Ben said his uncle did, there's no charge, is there?
No.
They don't have to pay for a bed for a night or pay for a meal.
No.
Let's go back to volunteers because we kind of got hung up on the food part. If you want to volunteer and you say, I'm not cooking, I don't do that, I'm not good at it, what else do you need? What else do you need?
Well, I think I always like to see what people want to do and then try to match them with the needs of our organization.
Meet them where they are.
Yeah,
Find out what their talents are.
Yes, and what they're passionate about. So we have some folks that come in and they work in the wardrobe and they sort clothes and they try to make that feel a little bit more like a boutique, a shopping experience.
Okay, now we didn't talk about that on the air, attire for hire.
Yeah.
But I just had a thought. Absolutely not me, because I cannot even sew a button on, literally. But if people say, hey, I'm pretty good at doing alterations, I can fix a hem that's come down, I can repair a hole in something, or I have a sewing machine or whatever, are you looking for that as well? Because I know people donate clothing, and I don't know if that's always in tip-top shape.
Yeah, so we have a couple ways that we sort through that clothing. We're always assessing the people that we're serving to try to meet their needs. And because we're serving so many people that are older adults and have disabilities that preclude them from working too much, and people don't wear suits anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
They really don't. So
anywhere, even weddings. They don't.
Really? I guess that tells you how long I've been to a wedding. Since I've been to a wedding.
I went to one in November. It was before the wedding was the ceremony was over. The groom walked down the aisle with his groomsmen and the ushers, and they all had beautiful tuxedos and sneakers. So yeah, things have changed.
Things have changed. So what were we talking? We were talking about
you assess people because they don't wear suits.
They don't wear suits, and so we're really asking for donations for things like sweatpants and jeans and maybe sweaters, but not so much suits and ties and things like that anymore. Yeah,
that's true. I mean, I can't remember the last time. I mean, even you go to church and you rarely see anyone wearing a tie, maybe an older person, because that's the way they were brought up and what they've always done, but no. And the ministers and priests will tell you, I don't care what they wear, we're just happy that they come.
They come, yeah.
Yeah.
And jeans, I see people at church in jeans.
Yep.
Yeah. Come as you are, I suppose.
I guess. Well, that makes sense. Because in families especially, kids want new jeans every year or different styles, or they simply outgrow them. And there's nobody coming up in the family under them who's going to fit in them. And a lot of them are perfectly good.
Yeah. Yeah. We did a fun pop-up event at the library where
you mentioned that when you were at Rotary.
Yeah, it was great. And I think it was successful in reaching people that wouldn't necessarily come to warm who might need clothes.
So this was donate or come and get if you need it?
It was really just come and get. We didn't accept donations there, but we met some new friends and we were able to serve some people who maybe weren't homeless and didn't necessarily need a place to live, but maybe needed some new pieces of clothing, and then to share our mission with people who might need help financially keeping their home or things like that.
I was going to say, let's talk about the advice part.
Yeah.
We've talked about apartments and cots and beds and food, but what about people who have a home but have no idea how to interview for a job, or don't know how to look for a job, or don't know well, as you said, financial, any kind of, they're not going to go to one of our wonderful financial planners in town. They don't have that kind of income.
Yeah.
But you have people that can help.
Sure. Yeah, we do. We have a community critical needs program where if people need short, like one-time financial assistance for something, we can provide that. Like sometimes we'll pay car repairs for someone so that they can continue going to work, which allows them to keep their home.
That's great.
I always say, sort of in our decision making, does this prevent or end homelessness? If the answer is yes, then that's an easy decision. If it's no
brainer,
then we need to talk about who it benefits and how and why. So,
have you been able to make some kind of arrangements with different automotive places around town who will give you a break if you're sending them there for work?
We have really strong partnerships with some of them.
Good.
So, everybody still needs to make a living.
Sure they do.
But we have,
and they have to pay for parts that they put on those cars.
Yes.
As well as the labor.
Have tariffs and have steel
that's right.
now expensive. So, yes. And then we have opportunities for sponsorships, and we have a very generous list of vendors. Yeah.
What else do you need from the people out there?
We always need clean underwear, new clean underwear, because if you can only wear them once sometimes, right? And,
right.
So we have new washers and dryers, obviously, but that's one thing that we're always
Now you're
short
saying
on.
Undershirts, underpants, socks?
Underpants. Nope, we have lots of socks.
Oh, that's good.
And
so it's underpants.
It's underpants.
All sizes, children all the way up.
Yes. And then like cozy clothes, like jeans and sweatshirts are always helpful. Now we're moving into,
and you said sweatpants too.
Yeah. We might move into warmer season sooner. So
hoodies.
Shorts,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, something, even around here in the summer, we've had days where it goes over 100 degrees. And then the next week, the mornings are chilly or the evenings are chilly, and people are in sweatpants and hoodies.
Yeah, it's true.
Even and especially at the beach, if they want to walk on the beach
or
early in the morning or later in the day, it gets cold fast.
And that breeze.
Yep.
It's cold.
What other types of volunteers do you need?
We have grant writers. We have people who help with landscaping. We're working on a
So
garden.
You need grant writers and you need landscapers.
We need landscapers.
Because there are plenty of people here who love to garden.
Yeah.
And love to do that kind of thing. It's very, a lot of people retire and they want to do that. They were good at it. Another thing I can't do. But yeah. So what do they do? I mean, for example, we mentioned that you need the underpants. Do they just bring them to Spruce
Those they
Street?
can bring to Spruce Street. Yeah.
Okay.
If people are interested in getting involved, I would urge them to call 596-WARM, WARM.
It's easy.
Yeah. 9276 is are the digits. But let us know what you are interested in doing, what your skill set is.
And you absolutely don't need, they don't have to commit to every Thursday from 1 to 5, or it's when they have time and when they feel they want to come.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah. Well, it's volunteer work, so we try to be flexible, and we're just so appreciative of the community's involvement.
Getting back to the underpants.
Yes.
Have you partnered with any of the stores in town where they can get good deals?
Yeah. Good deals.
Well, in other words, you partner with the stores, but if I went in, and I won't mention, a store name, but if I went in and said, I am donating this to the Warm Center, are they going to take me at my word and say, okay, you can have it for, as opposed to it was a package of 3 pairs of underpants for $15. We'll give it to you for 12 or whatever.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know that we have an arrangement like that. We
Well,
have partnerships with some of the stores in town. The Surf Shop has donated a lot of cozy sweatshirts and jackets and t-shirts. We have a partnership with Ocean State Job Lot.
Great. They are terrific
We're
partners
so lucky
with
to have them.
everybody in the state
Everybody.
and all the states, because
Yep.
they're in New York, New Jersey as well, Connecticut, New
Mhm.
Hampshire. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, very good people.
But I wonder if they would take our word for it, or if I just wonder if they said yes, but they have to have a way of identifying themselves. If you could give certain volunteers a card or an ID, I mean, I'd be willing to go to Job Lot, Walmart, wherever, Target, and do that. But
Yeah, that's amazing. A really great idea. I'll take
yeah,
that.
why not? It's so hard for me to think that they would say no. And yet I know they have tariffs on those things because they come from probably China and a lot of places
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You've got about 5 minutes before we switch out and switch microphones. But what else? It doesn't hurt to mention things again. We have people that tune in at all different times.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about the 29th of May, if you want to talk about the ribbon cutting, which I think is a big deal because it's community.
Yeah, it's very special, and I feel so fortunate to.
So the
be part of
ribbon,
it. So the
ribbon cutting is for what and when?
Yep. So the ribbon cutting is May 12th at 11 a.m. We'll be celebrating the completion of 58 Spruce Street, which is a community-built structure that is 2 3-bedroom apartments for families who are in need of housing. And then on May 29th, we'll be having an event at the Rathskeller where Nick Bossy will play. And that is a warm center fundraiser and celebration of a partner of ours that will be announced that night, who exemplifies our values of compassion, hope, and dignity. So stay tuned for that big reveal.
Oh, that sounds great. And that'll be somebody from the community or somebody who's part of the Warm Center, one of your clients?
It's somebody from the community this
Very
year.
good.
Yeah. Last year it was Ross Partridge.
Of course.
Of course. And this year it'll be someone different.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so on May 12th, it's open to the public.
Yes.
And it'll be outside at 58, okay.
Yep.
Spruce Street.
At 11 a.m.
Yep, got that. And the public can come by and
Grab a hamburger.
And the Highland Grill will be there with their food truck.
Yep.
And there's no fee for that.
No.
They can come and just be part of the community and enjoy.
Yeah. And celebrate the success of the generosity of this community. It's amazing what we can do together.
Go to work on that partnership idea, because I will volunteer and
Okay.
go to stores and be happy to shake them down for the undies. Yeah, we'll
call it Rona's Undie Shakedown.
All right. Ben?
What do you think, Ben?
No.
No? Okay.
No, he's not. No.
Nope. No.
Yeah, I didn't
Back to
think.
the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. Yeah, we'll come up with
something.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Anything
Almost anything.
Anything else?
It is a pleasure to have
Thank
you
you.
again. And anytime something's going on at the Warm Center, you let us know, because that's why we're here. We're here for the community.
Okay.
And the community's here for the Warm Center. And
It
I'm
sure is.
always so proud when I hear that.
Yeah.
And
it's
if
amazing.
you are watching this and you are in Portland, Oregon, or our friend who watches us from Ellensburg, Washington State,
Oh,
or you're in England, and we have people who watch from there, and you say, boy, I'd love to give them something, they'll take your money, they'll take a donation. You can even mail underwear if you want. And they'll be very happy to have it.
We
Just
will.
make sure it's brand new, please.
Brand new.
Only male underwear or also female?
Female underwear.
Fem-
Oh, I was
oh.
like,
No,
oh, male, MAIL versus MALE.
but you are looking for just male, MALE underwear
No.
or both?
No.
Oh, both.
No.
See what
Okay.
you did, Ben?
I know.
See, look what you've started.
This is why I constantly get in trouble for being a smartass.
We are going to take a good 5-minute break here, but please stay with us and watch our local commercials because they're great and we want people to support them as they support us. That's why we're here. When we come back, we are going to be with the director and a couple of actors from The Dining Room, the show that opens this weekend at the Granite Theater. So we'll be right back. Man About Town.
Wood River Health provides medical, dental, and behavioral health care to over 10,000 people a year, even when they can't afford to pay for the care they need. The cost of providing healthcare services has increased, and the grant funding we receive doesn't fully cover the cost of patient care. We, like other community health centers across the country, count on community support to keep our doors open. With your help, we can keep serving as a safety net for your neighbors. Will you help us invest in our mission?
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men's shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's Men's Shop since 1911.
Welcome to Dan's Place, Rhode Island's #1 stop for amazing food, drinks, and live entertainment. Dan's Place offers a fantastic selection of unique menu items, including pizzas, pasta, steaks, and seafood. Here's what our customers have to say: a masterpiece on a crust. Watch your favorite New England teams on one of Dan's 4 big screen TVs. Looking for a great place to meet? Try Dan's Place.
I'm Dan from Dan's Place, where your only regret is not coming in sooner.
You may not be able to tell from the outside, but cars are more complicated than ever on the inside. That's why you need to take your car to a place where the technicians really know what they're doing. Our experts have been repairing cars for almost 60 years. From simple brake jobs to complex transmissions. There's nothing the experts at AMCO haven't seen or fixed. That's why we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
She's everywhere. She's everywhere. She's a man about town and she knows what's going down.
We're back. We are back. Wasn't exactly 5 minutes, but he likes to surprise me. We're back with Man About Town. We are a production of 321 Media, and we are sponsored by Valenti Subaru at Dunn's Corners. So go see Bruce Morrow and his people. You'll not get pressure. The only thing that will pressure you is, and I had it here, we have financing as low as 1.9% for up to 36 months. I don't think anybody else is doing that. That's not on every model, but go find out. We are here to talk theater, probably my favorite subject. The Granite Theater, you open on Friday, this Friday, right with the dining room. Mr. Gurney wrote again. Yeah, excellent, excellent playwright, and I'm just a little bit prejudiced, having done love letters last year. But we have with us, I am told, first time out of the box director. No?
First
They
time at the
gave-
Granite.
Oh, see, they gave
They,
me a
they
lot
think
of,
nothing before the Granite counts, Steve. So
they gave me bad information,
No,
bad names.
I've been directing for 30 years, but this is the
Oh.
first time I'm directing for the Granite
Well, this was
Theater.
actually Addison. He said he's never directed before.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
We'll talk to him.
Addison, yeah.
Okay, just erase that, folks. Directing for 30. All right, we'll start with you. Where have you been for 30 years?
Here, there, and everywhere.
Was it here in Rhode Island, Connecticut, New
No,
England?
all over New England and New York. I've worked both professionally and in community theater. Community theater, most of that work was in Western Massachusetts when I was living there in the 90s. Then I moved to New York City and worked at New York Theater Workshop and at
You probably
Mann.
starved to death if you went from Western Mass to New York.
I married well.
Aha.
And
At the break, I'll tell you someone else who said that, but I cannot say it during the show. Okay.
And then I worked here, there, and everywhere. I ended up the general manager at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, which
Really?
burned me out. And so now I'm back doing it
Wow.
for love.
Did you tap dance on top of the
I
marquee
Did
at
not.
the Apollo Theater?
And I tried to keep my staff from doing that.
Oh, you have quite a resume.
Yeah,
That's very
I do.
good.
It's checkered, as they say.
Okay, now we move to Kelly Ray, and you haven't been around for 30 years.
I definitely have not. I am new to the area, and this is also my first Granite Theater production, as well as my first overall theater production in over 10 years.
Well, with that voice, it won't be your last because you've got a great voice.
Thank you very much.
Where did you move here from?
I'm originally from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, so that's called the UP.
UP.
Yes, exactly. Not a lot of people know about that, but it's more like Canada than the U.S. And
Yes.
in 2008, I also moved to New York City. I spent 15 years doing various
Did you
hospitality.
starve or did you marry well?
No, I maintained myself as a single woman in the city, very mindful and
Hats
had
off
everything
to
I
you.
needed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
not easy to do.
It's not easy, and it has become nearly impossible, which is kind of the reason I find myself in New England.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to come here in May of 2024 to work with a chef friend of mine, David Standridge, who has a very successful restaurant in Mystic called The Shipwright's Daughter.
Yep.
He
Been
is,
there. Good
yes, he has won the James Beard Northeast Best Chef in 2024. He is nominated for Outstanding Overall Chef this year. We are very excited and
Hey,
proud.
Ben, we're going to have to
Get
bill
on
them
there,
for a
right.
commercial. Definitely.
Yes.
Shipwright's Daughter, right there on the corner.
But
Okay.
all that to say, I navigated a career in production and performance. I am a SAG-AFTRA performer. I work production for Fox, Netflix, Ryan Murphy Productions,
Ooh.
all around. But I have not been able to return to my love of theater until right now. And I'm so happy
We got
that
her.
Russ made it possible for me to be a part of this.
That's great. And then we have a frequent flyer down there, Kyle Ferreira. We are going to be giving him a key to the side door because he's been here so many times.
Yep.
But you do a lot of acting and you're very good.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I remember from the last time you were here, when we were talking about how do you learn lines and stuff, and you talked about taping,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You tape yourself and then listen over
Very
and
much so,
over ad
yeah.
nauseum. You
Yeah.
listen.
I hate my voice at this point, but it's fine.
Nah. Well, listen to her. You have a very unusual but great voice. You
Thank
really do. Okay, I know
What
what
it's
it's about, but I want you to tell all them folks because goes worldwide. We are worldwide streaming. Tell them what Mr. Gurney's play is about because it's a very unique take.
It's about life. There's the macro.
It's about a dining room.
Yeah, and it is. It's about when Gurney wrote it, it was about the last 50 years in American private life, and now it's about the last 90 years in American private life because he wrote it in 1981.
Mr. Gurney was from Hartford too. The Hartford area.
Yes. All my friends in Western Mass knew him, but I never met him. They called him Pete.
Pete?
Yeah, he was known as Pete.
It's A-G?
A-R.
A-R.
But
okay.
A.R. Pete.
Okay.
We can call him whatever we want now because he's no longer with us.
Right. But his relatives are, because they came to Love Letters last year at
Did they?
At the Granite, so they may be coming to this.
Well, that had to be fun.
That would be.
So the play is, the fortune cookie version it is one room's perspective on the last 100 years of American private life. And
so it's the room's perspective.
It's the room's perspective.
Is it the same table for 100 years?
It is the same exact room, only the scenes change. And it's 18 unrelated, intertwining scenes.
So each actor plays multiple characters.
Everybody plays at
like
least
this
6
show that I
different
did the
characters.
review for before you guys came in. That's up at Trinity right now. With one exception, each character plays about 5 different
Yeah,
parts.
everybody plays at least 6.
Which
Kelly
means you
has the
got-
record at 8.
Wow.
Kyle, you play 7?
Yeah.
So you got to be real versatile, good versatile actors.
Indeed,
Because-
that's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah?
And quick at changing your clothes.
Yeah, and that means you got to have people behind the scenes and nobody gets embarrassed. Who cares if they see a bra, if they see this, they see that, just get it on, get it off. right?
We have so many quick changes. We built them a dressing room backstage.
Oh, that's nice.
So they don't have to do the running up, down. And
And do you have things
we
like
have a cracked
either
scene.
a lead pencil or Vaseline in case the zippers stick as they're going up and down?
I don't know. I don't get involved in that.
I see.
I sit out in the house and say, "What happened?"
Yes. Where are you?
That's amazing. Well, this is really interesting. I would imagine more than just changing clothes. You're changing either voices, dialects,
All sorts of things.
hairdos. I don't know if you have wigs, different makeup. Well, let's start with Kelly. Tell me what it's about. Have you ever done a role like this before?
I have. So
It's like being Sybil, right?
It's wonderful. And it's very much in my wheelhouse. I love character work. And in the amount of theater I've done, I was always playing something that wasn't myself. Like a creature, put on a British accent, other kinds of dialect. I love to work with voice and physicality. So for me, it was about differentiating each one by age, physicality, and voice is what I have tried to do, in addition to the switching of the costumes, which informs who you may be and who you were just coming from.
Was it collaborative? Did Russ tell you, this is what I want from this character? Were you able to make suggestions and say, well, I want to do it this way? Did you get into big fights?
No, Russ has been a very collaborative, open director. I think the only thing we were pretty set on was Harriet's vocal direction, because that came through in the audition process.
I had a cat named Harriet. All right.
Kelly plays characters from 6 to 80 in this
Wow.
play. And
That's fun.
At the
A lot of fun.
auditions, I told people at the auditions I was looking for versatility. Everybody read 2 scenes. And at the second scene that she read, she locked in on the wasps of the northeastern United States. It just came out of her mouth. And I was like, wow, that's her, that's her, that's her. And so, yeah, from Jump Street, we had that character locked in. But as a director, I like to see what an actor gives me and then work with it's easier to
Meet
work
them
with
where
their
they are,
instincts
so
than
to
to
speak.
fight their instincts. And usually it's easier to trust your actors than to fight with them. Sometimes I've had to say, that's not working for me. But if you've built a relationship of trust, mutual trust, then they hear that as well.
Then maybe it'll work for the audience in general. I
think it
mean,
will.
not everything's going to work for everybody anyway.
This play doesn't make the audience work hard. This play just invites the audience along, and you either
Through
come
the
along
years.
or you don't.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to enjoy the ride.
Would you call it a comedy? Bittersweet? Combination of?
Yes.
All those things.
It is. It runs the gamut. There's a couple very emotional scenes. There's a couple very funny scenes. It's very Gurney. You know, if you his biggest works, I think, are Love Letters and Sylvia, which was
I've read Sylvia.
Sarah Jessica Parker playing a dog on Broadway.
Playing a dog.
And Gurney's very human. What I think is interesting about this play, it's an early one for him, is that the characters are very married to the circumstances they find themselves in, and what they're saying is often very heavily related to what they're doing. And so it's been, in a lot of ways, choreography more than blocking. And sussing that out was very painstaking at first. Harder for some than
I
others.
assume that very few men auditioned, so you had to take him.
Yeah, well, that's, you know,
because he's always there.
We were scraping when we got to Kyle. We had.
You'll never get.
I never heard the
big
note
head here.
about versatility. I did hear, "Are you going to shave your beard immediately?" That was the first thing when I walked in.
Everybody heard that immediately. And I'm sorry you didn't get that note, but you did fine. Clearly, you're here.
Yeah.
We had really.
You wanted all
good
guys
turnout.
to shave beards because they were playing
They
a
all
wide
play.
age
Yeah,
range,
they all play
right?
little kids to old men.
Yeah.
Everybody plays little kids to old men. I think there's one actor who does not play a little kid, except Nick. But Nick is 12.
13. I could get away with the stubble.
So how many actual actors are in this?
4 men and 4 women.
So only 8, and they're playing how many parts?
62 characters.
62. This is like Spoon River Anthology.
Yeah, kind of.
Wow.
I'm reminded of Thornton Wilder's Our Town as
Our
well.
Town,
yeah.
Which they did here 2 years ago, and very well.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I have to think those might have been influences on Gurney.
I would say.
Why was that before? Our Town was
Yes,
before.
Our Town and Spoon River, were both
There you go.
earlier works.
Very interesting. All right, so Kyle, let's talk about your characters. What's your age range? Now, Kelly said you don't play a little kid like she does.
The youngest I go is like a teenager, which forces me to still shave.
So you can be a crumb like you were in the last play.
Yeah,
Right, because most teenage boys are.
It is funny. There is a scene where I am kind of slipping back into Tom from Dinner with Friends, a little bit of an adulterer. But there is another scene. There is another scene where I catch someone kind of doing the adultering. So we're changing it up a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Who would the audience be now that we're talking about adultery? Would you say high school and up? Or in other words, you know, people are listening and saying, can I bring my 12-year-old to this? Or they won't get it, or I don't want them to get it, or...
High schoolers certainly will get it.
Yeah.
Gurney's audience is almost always adult.
Yeah.
Little
certainly was.
Little kids would find some stuff to enjoy in this, and the adult stuff would probably go over their heads.
Right.
Um,
We don't get that many little kids
We-
at the
no, we
Granite,
don't.
as a rule, unless it's
Yeah.
a children's theater
we don't,
thing.
and we're certainly not marketing
Right.
this as a family quote
Mhm.
play. It's an adult play, but I mean it's adult themes. I mean it's pretty. He's talking about family. He's talking about home. He's talking about the erosion of the middle class in the 20th century. I mean, he's talking about some pretty adult stuff. And so, you know, if you're cued into the what we might call the morality of the play, then you're an adult. You're not going to pick that up, probably even as a high schooler.
Is it, as far as you know, biographical? Or is it more biographical to the country, where the country is at these times?
I'm sure that everybody in this play is a composite of people that he knew in his life and picked up along the way. Gurney was my mother's age. My mother's still with me, and she's 92.
God bless her.
Um,
Is she
and
coming to the show?
She is on
Good.
Mother's Day.
That's
She'll
so
be
great.
there.
Wow. I
She's
know
coming up on
Addison said that when
With
he
flowers.
does
Yeah, yeah.
Oklahoma, his mother's coming up from Texas.
Yeah, my mom's in
For-
Arizona, but she's coming out
Whoa.
to see the lilacs, and she is timing it so that she'll be here on Mother's Day to see the closing performance.
That's-
So the earliest scene in this play is 1932 during the Depression, and I'm like, Gurney is the little kid at the table, is the little kid at the table in the breakfast scene, and so these are his parents, these are his people, and it goes on through the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and he wrote it in the 80s. So that's where it stopped for him. Now we have rolled it on into current day by saying this scene plays just fine in the modern day. This scene can be played in the aughts without changing a thing. It's important to me that we don't infringe on the author's work, that this is what he wrote and this is what we're going to present. But by putting somebody in, there's a scene where we put her in a Coldplay t-shirt. Now, if you're paying attention to,
Right.
mainstream music, then you know that we're in the aughts. There's a scene where they're wearing Patriots and Giants sweatshirts. And the Giants sweatshirt is brand new because it's been a long time since Patriots had a good season. And but you go, oh, this is modern day.
Maybe you should go back to New York.
I spent a long time in New Haven where New Yorkers and Massachusettsans get along quite fine. And I moved
Same
to Rhode
thing
Island.
in,
It's like, oh, I gotta be
yeah.
quiet.
Hartford and New Haven are both, they're either Yankees or Red Sox,
Yeah.
and
Right
they're
on the
just
line.
brutal about it.
Oh, I don't know. We peacefully coexist in New Haven. Really, we do. And so I go too close to New York, and then it's like, oh, I get all the Yankees.
Peacefully
things.
coexist in New Haven.
really
Have you heard
do.
of Sally's and Pepe's?
Well, okay, as far as baseball is concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, not where pizza's concerned. But
Pizza is
pizza's
divided.
serious. in New Haven.
Oh yeah, very
So,
serious.
and it's our beats.
All right, you have 8 actors, correct?
Yes.
And is it 4 men and 4 women?
Mhm.
Age-wise, all over the place, because not who they're playing, but the actual people.
I don't, the truth is, I don't actually know people's ages, but we have.
No, you don't have to. You just have to
I
direct
think
what
our
they're playing.
oldest actor is in his 70s,
Mhm.
and our youngest actor is in his 20s, right?
Elias.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Elias, yeah.
And our actresses probably aren't spanned that far.
Well,
I'm 62. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, let me get your skincare
1964
routine.
babies are the best. Yeah, our oldest actress is probably in her 60s, and our youngest actress is late 20s.
I would say, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, early.
Do they?
Maybe
Is there a lot of
mid to early.
interaction
Really?
between the cat, or are they pretty much?
We were actually just
All
talking
over
about
the
this
solo.
in there. Every person pretty much plays with everyone else. At
I
least
tried to
once.
assign roles so that everybody has a scene with everybody else.
Good.
Didn't work out that way. Not everybody does, but there's a lot of mixing it up.
Mhm.
That's good. Will audiences be able to figure out the changes, you think?
We performed 4 scenes for Backstage Pass audience, which
Right.
is a
Oh, I
Right,
know what that is.
right. It's
sure.
a season pass preview, rehearsal preview at the Granite, and I had chose the first 4 scenes of the play specifically so that we could see how do audiences.
We didn't have
Catch on.
costumes, though,
How do
did
they-
you?
Right. No
Yeah.
costumes at
Because
No
I know
costumes.
Backstage Pass is rough cut stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we were on the set, and I think we had props within a proximity.
We
but,
ran it pretty well
but,
though, that night.
But they were those scenes were production ready 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Mhm.
But anyway, the audience, they were like, they responded to what's going on, because at first you do go, why is there somebody on stage and everybody's ignoring them?
Mhm,
Yeah.
And then by the second or third scene, you go, oh, there's 2 scenes going on.
mhm.
Well, I'm giving it away
Oh,
at the same time.
nobody's listening.
And there's, and it all overlaps. We only have to keep things secret for 2 more days.
Right.
And so that's where to me, that's been the most fun about it, is the overlapping. There's ways where you can do that to very funny effect,
Mhm.
and there's ways you can do that to poignant effect.
Is it, I'll ask Kelly because she's the one who brought it up originally. Is it a full costume change or is it a matter of just a wig or a shawl over something else?
So the way we are doing it, and Russ has set it up, it's a full costume change for every character.
You're tough.
I think the original was, at least in the Gurney script in the front from the 80s, I think each man and woman had like a base outfit, right?
Like
a
all
dress or a
black
suit.
leotard type
Exactly.
thing. And then
Added a
just
sweater or a
grab
hat, or a
scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
But they
But
also
only
did
had
a much
3 and
more
3.
black boxy production where the
Yes.
props were pared down.
And they had 2 less actors than we're currently working with.
Yeah.
So it is a full change for all of us. And it's a lot of fun. It definitely, depending on when your next character comes on, you have to run very fast. The fastest
In
one,
heels.
the fastest one for me comes from my most intricate to my simplest. And last night was the first night I made it. So now I know how to get it, but it took a while.
Well, if you don't make it, I mean, do they play music or
Is
something?
that Rooster Caroline?
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just a matter of if I'm not ready, I'll leave one piece off, and it's the socks. Yeah, it's the socks. It's nothing scandalous, but that's what it comes down to for me.
Now the set doesn't change at all, right? Although I realize it's the dining room and you have the same table, but are there set pieces that might change from 18 something or other to 1940
The
or?
room doesn't alter a bit. The linens change, the china changes, the personal props change.
So
The
is there a
personal
lot of
props have
time
been
between
as-
each scene then?
No, there's no time between any scenes.
That's
the
good.
scenes all overlap. And the props have been selected, you would almost say curated, to tell the story of the different time periods that these scenes are set
That's
in,
great.
as specifically as the costumes have. We're really trying, when the scene starts, we want you to know this is the 70s, or this is the 50s, or this is, wherever this takes place in time. Some of them are a little more nebulous because once you get into the aughts, the teens, and now, it's like, we're not far enough away out to see those with the clarity that you can look at the 70s and go, that's the 70s.
Yeah. Although when you talk about a Coldplay shirt, I mean, that's
Right.
pretty specific.
Right, and those are the things
Yeah.
we've tried to
I
do
didn't even know about that.
throughout.
Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out.
So how many people are backstage dressing these people?
We have 2 stage managers, assistant stage managers. We have the stage managers, they do the talking, see? The stage manager is in the booth with the light board operator. And then there are 2 assistant stage managers and a wardrobe person backstage. The assistant stage managers are dressed as a maid and a butler because they come on stage and do some scene changes and stuff.
Very good. That's smart.
But
But
it's
are you
just the
doing your
3 of
own
them.
changes?
Yes,
pretty
I was
much?
going to say.
Nobody's pulling down
And helping
zippers
each other.
and up.
Well, they're helping each other.
But we
right?
are helping each other. For example, one of the actors will step off stage and they've layered their costume because they don't have time for a full change. So we're helping zip, we're helping button, we're
Tie
clearing the
shoes,
space
yeah.
if someone needs it. But for the most part, I think everyone is handling their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I get to come back and watch it.
Oh my God.
Because I don't
it's a
know
madhouse
anything
back
that's
there.
going on
Yeah.
behind the set.
Well, you're
I
not
sit and watch
supposed
the.
to.
Mhm.
I know, but
You're out front.
once they
taking notes.
open and I'm useless, then I can go backstage and see the show.
You're not
You might have been
You're
useless
telegraphing
before.
support.
Yeah.
And you didn't shave your beard.
I don't have to.
Oh.
I don't act on stage.
Is this how many intermissions?
What?
Just one intermission, during which time they go back to
And it's not long either. It's what, 10, 15 minutes?
Well, we've only been giving you 10 because we want to let you go home in a reasonable hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So. it
Oh
would be a
no,
little
it's usually a
But
good 15, and they
it's usually
stretch
15
that
and ends up
Yeah.
going
Okay.
to 20 or
Mhm.
something. The bathrooms are small.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
If
And
you have
there's
a,
not
if you
many.
have a healthy
Wine,
house,
you know,
it gets
yeah.
longer.
Yes.
Yes,
That
those,
makes
those
sense.
bathrooms are teeny tiny downstairs.
At least we have them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
At least we-
that is true.
Yeah.
when
Have you you've all been around a long time? Have you ever been in a show like this before? where you play this many characters?
Not this many, but again, from like sketch work and theater stuff that I have done, I think the most I ever did was in an original university play where I attended. We had an annual script winner each year. So we would produce an original play with the playwright and premiere it for the first time at Northern Michigan University. And I think the most I did in that one was 3, but I also spanned ages. And in that one, I actually played a queen, and I think I was in my early 60s for that. But I started out as a fishmonger with like a Cockney accent in like 1819 on the streets of London, and I went to Regal. Yeah, so I'm accustomed to that.
We're gonna need some scenes of that tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle? Have you been in anything like this?
I mean,
before?
as you know my history.
Well, I know some of it. I mean, I don't. You
So
know, when you had to go upstate for 12 years, I didn't.
You didn't visit?
Hmm?
You didn't visit?
You know, send him a cake with a shiv in it.
Yeah. No, this is definitely the first time I've ever had to do like a legit, very fast costume change and change characters. Yeah, every show that I've been in, it's only been one person the whole show. And as a matter of fact, Dinner with Friends was the first time that I actually had to change clothes in the show, and Rocky as well. But this is like the first time where I'm actually changing characters. So
Rocky, didn't you just take off your clothes?
And then put them back on. So
Okay, I know which role you did. I got you. Yeah.
Okay. We are going to take a short break right now, and we will be back with these very boring people. No, you are more fun. You are. I love having actors on, and this is just the show drives it. I think drives the whole interview because it's so different. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before. I mean, I've done Spoon River, and that's different. I mean, Spoon River is almost like you stand there and you could read it from a script. It's not quite like this. And I mean, your star is a dining room table or a dining room, really. And that it was a wonderful concept that he came up with. And same table, huh, for the whole thing. And they just changed, you said, the linens and the china and stuff.
I can't wait till you see it.
I will be seeing it, I believe, on Sunday.
Excellent.
This week.
Yeah.
But it's busy time of year.
Yep.
Okay, we will be back shortly. This is Man About Town. We are a subset of 321 Media, and we will be right back.
You may not be able to tell from the outside, but cars are more complicated than ever on the inside. That's why you need to take your car to a place where the technicians really know what they're doing. Our experts have been repairing cars for almost 60 years. From simple brake jobs to complex transmissions. There's nothing the experts at AMCO haven't seen or fixed. That's why we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
Wood River Health provides medical, dental, and behavioral health care to over 10,000 people a year, even when they can't afford to pay for the care they need. The cost of providing healthcare services has increased, and the grant funding we receive doesn't fully cover the cost of patient care. We, like other community health centers across the country, count on community support to keep our doors open. With your help, we can keep serving as a safety net for your neighbors. Will you help us invest in our mission?
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodman C Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodman C Insurance. Come put the Woodman C Insurance team to work for you.
Welcome to Dan's Place, Rhode Island's #1 stop for amazing food, drinks, and live entertainment. Dan's Place offers a fantastic selection of unique menu items, including pizzas, pasta, steaks, and seafood. Here's what our customers have to say. A masterpiece on a crust. Watch your favorite New England teams on one of Dan's 4 big screen TVs. Looking for a great place to meet? Try Dan's Place.
I'm Dan from Dan's Place, where your only regret is not coming in sooner.
Since 1974, Bill's Place has been serving up great times and unforgettable food. From family celebrations to post-game meals, it's the spot Kent County calls home. Right on Main Street in West Warwick, Bill's Place has been part of the community for over 50 years, and it just keeps getting better. Come see what everyone's been raving about. For takeout, call 401-828-2300 or visit us online at billsplaceri.com. Bill's Place, where tradition meets great taste.
Where in the world is Coach Bill Samajo? Hey, she's there. She's everywhere. She's everywhere. She's a man about town and she knows what's going down.
We're back again, like a bad penny. But we are back again. We have the director and we have about 16 members of the cast. In
Well said.
two.
Well said.
We have Russ Ekstrom, we have Kelly Ray, we have Kyle Ferreira, and they're talking about The Dining Room by A.R. Gurney. Probably the most unusual play you've seen in a long time, and you should see it. So let's do a commercial first. It opens on Friday.
April
It plays
24th.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday matinee, and then 2 more weekends after that. correct?
Thursday through Sunday, 2 more weekends.
Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Once people see this, it's going to be hard to get seats, especially those Sunday performances at 2:00. They seem to go first.
Yes.
So go online, call the Granite, do whatever you have to do because you're going to see something very different. You're going to see 8 actors portraying 62 people. Wow.
From 6 to 80.
Amazing. While we were on break, we were talking about the set, which you designed, Russ, right?
Yes.
You designed it. You did a lot, design build.
Yep.
And it's different because,
It is a raked stage.
and explain that for those people who grew up in Bradford.
A raked stage is a stage that it isn't level. It goes from up to down. It's where we actually get the terms upstage and downstage from, because all stages used to be on an incline, and because so much of this action takes place at the dining room table. When we moved into the theater and started rehearsing, I realized I couldn't see people who were sitting on the upstage side of the table because there were chairs and other people in their way, and so we lifted the stage so that you're looking at the table from not head on, but from slightly above.
And you said this is probably the first time the Granite's ever done this.
No one has come forth and said, oh, no, the Granite had a rake stage in thus and so. So as far as we know, yeah, this is the first time
Good, then
Granite's
claim
done,
it.
done a
Yeah.
rake stage.
That really sounds terrific. Do you have food? Will there be food?
There is
There's some.
There is some. There is some. We have mostly decided to eschew food and drink for simplicity, for health reasons, and mess, and all sorts of other reasons. But there are a couple things.
So you're
that
not
we've said.
cooking on stage like they did with the allergist's wife.
This is the dining room, not the kitchen.
Although some
Okay.
people like to call it the living room.
Some people like to call it the living room.
I'm not one of them.
And we truly, we don't even put liquid in the glasses, because if you break a glass, then you suddenly have glass and water
And
all
liquid.
over the place.
Scene
So
becomes about something else.
Well, I think
yeah, the
people-
scene does become about something else, and we're glad we have a butler and a maid in the
Yeah,
wings.
That's right.
Okay. So what's running time on it?
About 2 hours. I mean,
And-
we've started at 7:30 and left the theater by 10 every night this week.
And that's
Um,
with notes.
And that's with notes and
break,
a
yeah.
short intermission. But so if you take notes and the 10-minute break and turn them into intermission, we're still going to be out by 10.
That's good. That's about equal to most of them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What else should people know about this show that we haven't talked about?
I think
You've certainly made it intriguing. I mean, you piqued my interest.
I would just like to say that I think there's something in if one or not all of the scenes that audiences will resonate with. And talking to my castmates and other people who have seen a snippet, they are like quick to say, that was my experience, or I went through that. My father was that way, and I found out, and I'm dealing with that in process. And I have been reflecting on the importance of the dining room table in my own history and how it doesn't even exist now as my life in modern
People
day.
don't have dining rooms anymore.
People don't sit down to eat.
That's right.
That's
There's a line.
a tagline.
Yeah.
Towards the
That
end of
could
the
be
show.
lifted right out of the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
They eat
and
watching
Gurney's-
TV, or they eat separately, or they stay
In
Or in
New
the
York,
bathroom.
You've got a
Make it-
pizza a slice and you're walking or running to
She
your
read
next
it.
appointment because you won't get a chance to sit down. It's
Yeah.
survival as opposed to, nurturing and gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
That just doesn't
family
happen
dinner.
anymore. Yeah, no.
Well, and Gurney really wrote it for this audience, the Granite's audience,
Yeah.
which is
Mhm.
Northeastern WASPs, is who he wrote this for. Northeastern Catholics will also resonate.
I was going to say, you don't have so many
But-
wasps around here.
But
You got people that, one of 9
people
children.
will walk into the theater and they will feel at home, or they'll feel like they're at grandma's house.
Yes.
And that's what we
and
want.
they'll know all these people.
Theater should challenge you. Theater should make you leave the performance and go have a drink or go have dinner, depending upon when you've seen it, and just keep talking about it or talk about it in the car on the way home. That's when you know it's well written, well acted, well directed.
I think Kelly said it best. There is someone in each scene that you're like, oh, that's my aunt, or that's my grandmother, or that's, whoever it is in your life, or it could be yourself. So yeah, you're right. There is something for everyone in this show.
You're a great uncle.
When you had your first table read with your cast, you call everybody, you tell them, okay, I'm going to use you, you're in, we're going to have a table read at such and such. And everybody comes in for the first time and looks at their castmates and looks at you, and you make your little speech and whatever. And now you start. What do you tell the people that they're getting themselves into? Or did you do that only at the audition?
It was so long ago.
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
Shave your beard.
And she did.
And I did. What do you think? Do I look younger without it?
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
I do.
Thanks.
I'll be 90 and you'll be 60 and you'll still be giving me grief over that. I don't know that I really described it. I think we sat down and read it.
Yeah.
And just
you,
read
you
through.
had a clear vision and you broke down
Yeah.
the roles, which was helpful.
Yes.
And then we were kind of invited to explore it from there, I
Right.
think.
I mean, even just from the audition, the two roles, the two things that I read, I'm not any of those characters.
Yeah.
I'm in one of the scenes that I read, but I wasn't the character that I
Were
read
you
for.
the father in Arrangements?
Yeah. So, I knew going into it that it was a bunch of different stories. The way that I explain it to people is it's like the movie Love Actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where it's a bunch of different stories, and by the end,
Yep.
it's nothing like Love Actually. But in that concept,
The
it
threads,
very much
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I knew it was going to be a bunch of different characters. What kind of characters they were, or I was going to be, I didn't know. And even during the table read, you had us read for certain people, me specifically, and then a week later, you're like, never mind, we're going to change it up.
I like to think that I'm capable of recognizing my mistakes.
Yeah, no. It was fine. Like we made it work.
Yeah.
What's also funny about this script is that people seek resolution. Even now, we're still trying to figure out how these characters might be related to each other. How these stories might overlap. And it's like, no, they are all independent stories. They're all just.
Do you have the
set in-
titles of all the scenes in the program that the people are going to get?
No, they aren't named. I gave them names
Oh,
because we
okay.
needed
Because
to
I
be
noticed
easy
you
to
keep
clarify.
throwing out names.
Well,
so
because
I thought
we need to be able to shorthand the scenes, and scene one doesn't necessarily. Well, we know what scene one is. They're in scene one.
Yes, we are.
But if I say scene 6, people are like, "What's scene 6?"
Yeah.
Where if I say we're going to do St. Joan, everybody knows. Oh, that's Grace and Carolyn. I think it's been helpful.
It has been very
much
helpful.
so.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
and I also tried in naming them to sort of get to the nut of what is this scene about. So
There's one that we've changed a few times. It could be a few things. T for two.
Oh yeah.
Do you like your characters?
Yeah.
All of them? All the people?
I wish I was playing a kid, but it is what it is. I apparently got typecast to be an adulterer again. So
you were a kid. You were a kid, and then I had the same person playing.
Yes,
adulterer
that was
in
one of the
both.
switch.
There's two
Yes.
different scenes of adultery, and I had the same actor playing
both
the adulterer, and I was like, oh, I can't have that, and so I switched it up, and he became one of the adulterers
Yeah,
because I'd seen him play an adulterer.
Yeah.
He had done it so well.
I will say
Yeah.
something that occurred to me recently. I am playing people that I have been and people that I will never become. For me personally, in my
like that.
story, that's been true. So I'm trying to stay true to that by honoring my own history, but not getting too far away from that an experience that I've never lived, actually.
But that's the fun,
Mm-hmm.
is when you play against type.
Yeah.
And that's when you really grow as an actor, I think, and make it work. Yeah,
Agreed.
I think that's absolutely great.
But the other really fun thing I want to tap on that is that you keep asking about wigs and things. We don't have a single wig in the show.
Yeah.
The actors become the character through the use of nothing more than costume and spectacles, but voice and manner. And
Yeah, I think that's terrific.
We
and
do have
that's
a
been the
makeshift
exercise.
prosthetic, but other than that.
One of the things that makes the play challenging is that you have to play all these different roles. But one of the things that makes it easy is you don't have to maintain that role for more than 5 minutes in the extreme.
Yeah, right.
And then you're on to the next character. So you can mine that character to develop them, but you don't have to maintain them for the a 2-hour arc of a show.
What's so interesting that you say that is during rehearsals, especially in the beginning when we were cuffing out just specific scenes that we were in, you gave a lot of notes of like what this person would be, especially in arrangements, what this person would be and where they're coming from and what their history is prior to it. So it's interesting that you're saying, yes, we are in that scene for 5 minutes and then you don't have to worry about it. But it is one of those things where you look inward into the character and say, okay, these are the things that are happening around him or her during that one time period. So yes, in a way you can get rid of it, but you also have to do some of that deep digging very early. And I think we did a great job.
Yeah.
And it's the deep digging that makes the character.
Yeah.
But you can make choices.
Right.
Kelly makes some fun choices in anthropology
Mm-hmm.
that you don't have to maintain for 2 hours.
Right.
And so you can be a little more bold with your choices.
I see. Yes.
Because, I only have to maintain this character for a few minutes.
And the voice.
Yes.
What are the years again, from when to when?
The first scene is 1932, and then the
Of the
penultimate
Coldplay.
scene, I like the penultimate, is modern day.
Okay.
And then everywhere in between.
So, okay. So if the first scene is 1932, like you said, Great Depression and all that, do any of the scenes touch on the wars?
There's
Or the
one.
World War
There's
II?
one that is specifically set in World War II. It's mentioned in the scene, but it doesn't. The war doesn't come home.
Mhm.
because it's a little kid talking to a domestic, so a maid. So
I know what a domestic is.
It just seemed like a fancy word choice, and I didn't need a fancy word choice. She's a maid. She's in domestic service. That's
Yes,
what she
that's right.
says.
Yeah.
That's why it
Well,
came
in
out
New
that
Haven,
way.
they might need to know.
And
It's all right.
did you hear that, New Haven? And then we have a scene set in the 60s, and I chose to put a character in an ROTC uniform because I thought, let's try and make some reference to the Vietnam
I can
era.
tell this is a lot of fun for you as a director,
it's
as
great
much as
fun.
it is for them as actors.
It's great fun.
It is
So
fun.
I sat down with my costumer, I sat down with my props people, I sat down with my set team and said, what can we bring to this? How do we make this come to life in all of these different time frames?
You guys really did.
And I think that they did.
Yeah.
I think they delivered in spades.
Yes.
Yep.
Big time.
Yeah, and it seems to me that the people who work backstage are to be honored as well
It's a
because
great time.
they're
Yes.
doing a yeoman's job.
It is
Big
a
time.
smash.
I mean,
up time.
everybody, lighting and scene design and all that. But from what you're telling me, I mean, without them, you can't do this without a good backstage crew.
You can't.
Yeah, no, they've been
So
amazing.
how many in all are you? You've got 8 actors.
Just a +3 and
3 stage managers
Yourself.
plus the board op. And then we have 2 props, wardrobe and costumes.
And I would also say Lynn.
yeah,
Lynn, we have a vocal coach.
Yeah.
Lynn Dowding?
Yeah, Lynn Dowding. So I don't know, we're probably 16, somewhere between 16 and 20 people.
Yeah.
Very
That's the core
collaborative,
team.
too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do it without every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I say that all the time, like couldn't do it without you, but I mean it. I mean, it sort of sounds trite now,
I'm sure. Did you, through all the rehearsals, have them do any kind of exercises or any? I
didn't
imagine
do
it's an
that.
exercise just doing all the characters.
What is it? What is Rachel's line?
Rachel has a team building exercise.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
A
yeah.
morale building
That's right, we did.
exercise.
What was the line? I can't remember.
I've got you,
I've got
and I
you,
won't
and
let
I
you
won't let you
fall.
Fall.
I'm missing
But
something.
I'm not a game player.
Yeah.
I'm just like, let's dig
we
in.
didn't
Let's
do any
this.
improv exercises or team building. That's kind of
You're
like
welcome.
Well, it was
thank you.
really,
Yes.
it was really
I would've said
because
same
we
thing.
got introduced to each other. Like I got introduced to each other or to everyone in the cast by the individual scenes that we did.
right.
We
Yeah.
did do like some of the first ones. We did do the scenes with everyone in it,
Mhm.
but we got to be more closer, I think, with the scenes that we were doing.
That's
in
the unique
small-
thing because we're an ensemble, but we work closer with certain people depending on how we are arranged
scene.
in the
Yeah.
scenes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Most of the scenes are 2 or 3 actors tops.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3 scenes that have all 8 people in it.
Oh, yeah.
There's 2 scenes that have 5 people in it. Everything else is 2 or 3,
Mhm.
and most of them are just 2.
Well, I'm excited to see it, and you should be as well. So again, let's talk about how they will get tickets, how they will get reservations.
GraniteTheater.org.
Mm-hmm.
Theater is spelled R-E, not
Right.
E-R.
That's right.
And for those
day.
of you who are not computer savvy, you can call them on the phone. You can go to the front door. You can find a 9-year-old in the neighborhood who is computer savvy, and that's how to do it. And you open on Friday the 24th, and it will be Friday night, Saturday night. They are 7:30 performances.
7:30 p.m.
Yep.
And Sunday at 2.
That's right.
And then beginning next week, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all nights except for Sunday, correct?
Correct.
And Mother's Day is the final performance when your mother comes.
What a
Bring your
lovely thing to bring your mother to.
Yeah,
Bring your mother.
I would think
If you
so.
didn't get a Mother's Day gift, that might be
Yeah.
one.
I would think that's a great gift.
Come meet the
Because
director's mother.
That's right.
Yeah.
we'll say, I remember when we had a table runner like that.
Yeah.
Or do you have those old-fashioned lace runners on the dining room table in any of the seats? Nope.
We have no doilies. Well, no, Aunt Harriet has
yeah,
one.
sort of. Yeah.
Aunt Harriet has it. I take that back. There's one doily. Very practical doily. But there's tablecloths, there's napkins,
Beautiful china,
there's
curated.
china and china and china.
Great.
Mhm.
Well, Russ, Kelly, and what's his name?
This guy.
Kyle.
The beardless dude.
Yeah, beardless. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Rona.
us.
Break a leg on Friday and every other performance you have. So there'll be 11?
Yeah.
11 total performances. That's exciting.
Yeah.
It is.
Because, I mean, every one of them will be different, I assume. As the director covers this, but they will be.
They will be.
It's
I mean,
true.
there's
They will. Everyone will be better than the last.
Mhm.
Different. Yeah. I mean, opening night, you've got that
The jitters.
you've got the jitters, but that can power you to
Yeah.
do great stuff.
Yeah.
And by the time you do the last one, that's sad. The final performance is always sad, but all those ones in the middle will be great.
It's not yet sad yet.
No. And by the time we're on the stage, it's no longer ours. It belongs to the audience.
That's
and
right.
we are going to get what they give us, and we're going to work with that.
And every audience is different.
Everyone is different. Yes.
Absolutely. And I'll keep DJ Gadget away from you.
Well,
I don't
for
know
a
if
couple of
she's free.
scenes.
Okay. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Having
And
us.
Thank you so much.
next week is let's see, this is Earth Day. Next week is the 29th.
That's right. Yeah.
Last Wednesday of the month. We will have with us Lisa Kanicki from the Ocean Community Chamber. And we also will have, I can see her and I can't think of her name, but the lady who is behind Neighbor Day this year. She will be with us as well. Celeste.
April Dinwiddie? No.
No, not April. No. French
yeah.
name.
Renee.
Last name is Marone. No, she married a Marone. I can't think of her first name. She was on with us last year and she will be here again. And it starts with a C, and I don't think it is Celeste, but she will be with us. So we will have 2 more great community activities.
Charlotte.
This weekend is the duck race. So if you haven't purchased your rubber ducky, go purchase your rubber ducky from the library or from any one of the groups that are selling them so they can make money. Be well, have a good week. And as I always say, take a chance, take a risk other than on the highway, because risk is the price you pay for opportunity. And that is not my line. That is Commissioner Reagan's line. Think about that one. Have a good week, everybody. See you next week.